Right, OK, so this week's show is all about drivers' cars, and that set us thinking, is it possible to turn anything, I mean anything at all, into a driver's car? Well, to investigate this, we found a bloke who owns a larder, and we nicked it. This is the Lotus headquarters in Hethel, Norfolk. And this is Paul Sherwood's 1.5e larder. 6 years old and worth about 200 quid. Taking on Mission Ridiculous is Chris Arnold, General Manager of Lotus Sport and Performance.
Excellent. So this is it then?
Yep, this is
the project car. Oh, my word. I don't know much about larders. How long have you had it?
I've had it just under a year. Larders are in the blood. Once they're in the blood, you can't get rid of them. They're good cars.
I was going to talk about aerodynamics, but I'm not really that sure what we could do with it. It's fairly box-like, isn't it?
Yeah. There's the blackness that is a larder interior.
Oh, it's fairly dingy in there, isn't it?
Yep.
And the old steering wheel, again, it's perhaps not very fashionable.
You can abuse them, hurl bricks at them. They're just solid, rugged cars. There's your bog standard Larder 1500 unit.
Yeah.
I think it's basically a Russian tractor engine.
To be honest, I don't really think it's worthwhile doing much with this. What I'd like to do is I'd like to rip it out and put a new engine in.
Always willing to help, we spent 200 quid and bought him another engine.
I'm a bit worried that they're going to do something hideous to it. I really am. God, what's he doing?
To assess the scale of the task ahead on ride and handling, Lotus let loose their top man, Gavin Kershaw.
This has to be the worst car I've ever driven.
It's not every day that Russell Carr and his design team get their hands on a larder.
If we get the wheels and tyres right, the ride height right as well, it's going to give the car a much stronger stance, get the wheel-to-body relationship correct as well.
So there's 500 quid of carbon fibre there. That's worth more than a car.
Colour, well, it's debatable, but black is obviously going to lose some of the dodgy detailing that we've got. Could actually clean that surface right through there. It could be quite nice.
We're just going to have to rip the bumper off and see what it looks like.
So maybe we can blend these two together, ditch the centre console, remove that, maybe the parcel tray, put a sort of aluminium wrap underneath, clean that up across there, and maybe pick up some silver detailing on it so it still has a sporty feel, a little bit more like Sunbeam.
The owner was actually worried that you guys were going to spoil the look of it.
Well, we hope we don't prove...
With just 2 weeks to turn Paul's larder into something special, Lotus threw every ounce of their expertise into finishing on time. The shopping list includes new brakes, a handmade exhaust system, special Lotus black paint from the East Bilney Coachworks, and hand-finished seats from the trim shop. Remember that lump of rust in the workshop? 35 brake horsepower is now 180. Two weeks and 1,000 hours of work after Paul dropped his baby off at the workshop. It was time, finally, to be reunited. Right, we're going to stop here. Right. Now, before we do anything else, have a listen to this. First of all, what do you think that is?
They took the exhaust off.
Take your blindfold off and have a look. Let's do this. You feeling all right? Here we go. Struth! Blimey! What do you think?
That is excellent.
Well, come on, let's go and have a look at the thing.
Good God.
It's a pretty thorough job, isn't it?
Yeah, I should say.
It's beautiful. Are you going to feel good?
Work of art.
Chris, now you've met Chris before, haven't you?
Welcome back.
What have you got to say to Chris?
Thank you very much.
I should think so too. Thank you.
It's absolutely beautiful.
There's over 1,000 hours gone into this, Paul.
Oh, my God.
1,000. And that's 1,000 hours of not just anybody, Lotus people.
the best there are. It's absolutely gorgeous. Are you pleased with it?
I'm really pleased with it. I mean, when the car first arrived and the alternator failed and the wheel trims fell off, it was a bit sort of, oh, what have we let ourselves in for? But the more we got into it, I thought, yeah, we can make something out of this car.
Oh, yes, because under the bonnet, do you remember we changed the engine for a Fiat Twin Cam? Because the old larder lump was destroyed.
That looks a lot better than the...
It's the same
khaki
engine.
lump that was originally on that pallet.
One. Well, we had a bit of help, or the Lotus guys brought in a guy who is probably one of the leading authorities in the world on this, ex-Formula One race engineer as well. Knows what he's doing. In fact, you stay there while you look at that engine. I'm just going to get this. He wrote the book on it. Literally wrote the book on the thing. And you've done a thorough job of it. Where's Rob? Rob, come here. You are lead technician, yeah? Yep. That's your official term. Well, I've heard rumours that you literally haven't stopped. And do you know what? You look dreadful. Get some sleep. Stop thinking about this car. Then there's Gav, whom we've seen before, and you've met Gav, because he drove your hunk of garbage.
You actually killed it.
So I think it's time to take you out and scare you out of your wits. Good luck.
Certainly different. A lot different. What you have to watch now is you actually get something called wheel spin. You can power slide.